Hello again. I have another book for us. This one is called That's the Sound the Street Makes. It's about all the sounds you might hear on your way to school, when you're able to go back to school. Okay. Car clunk. That's the sound of our front door when we close it behind us. There she is, all dressed for school. And off she goes. Creak! That's the sound of our front gate when we pull it closed and step onto the footpath. Well, that's a noisy gate. Does anyone have a gate that makes a creak like that? Sniffle, sniffle, sniff, sniff. That's the sound of Dad blowing his nose, because he's sick today and he had to get out of bed to walk us to school. Oh dear, poor Dad. Screech! That's the sound of a scooter stopping on the footpath because Dad was blowing his nose so much that he didn't see the kid on the scooter riding to school with his mum. Watch out, Dad, I say. You have to be careful on the footpath. The other parents walking their kids to school all pay attention and watch where they're going. Sorry, Ella, says Dad to me. Look, he's nearly been run over by a little boy on his scooter. Silly Daddy. Lots of noises here. Vroom, 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 vroom. That's the sound of all the cars and buses and motorbikes driving along the street. Whoa, there's a lot, isn't there? Clop, clop, whish, clop, 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 push. That's the sound of all the parents and kids heading to school along the footpath. It's a busy footpath, isn't it, on the way to school? Achoo! Dear me, that's the sound of Dad doing a big, disgusting sneeze that makes everyone turn around and look. That is a big sneeze. Beep! That's the sound of a bus beeping at Dad. He was so busy sneezing, he started crossing the street where he's not supposed to cross. Get off the road, Dad, I yell at him. You can't cross here. It's dangerous. Look at all the other parents and kids. They're all crossing on the corner where the pedestrian crossing is. We have to cross there. Come on, pay attention. Sorry, Ella, says Dad to me. Dad's getting in trouble a lot. What's this noise? Beep, 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 beep. That's the sound of the button at the pedestrian crossing, making a slow beeping noise, telling us the walk light is red and we can't cross yet. Block. That's the sound when I press the button at the pedestrian crossing, so the walk light will turn green. Here she is pressing the button, holding her Dad's hand. I like her school bag, look. She's got some cute things on it, doesn't she? Oh, we've got more noisy cars. Vroom, vroom, honk, honk, vroom, vroom, vroom. That's the sound of all the cars and buses and motorbikes going past us as we wait for the walk light to turn green. No crossing until the walk light turns green. Oh dear. Plock, 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 plock. That's the sound of Dad pressing the button over and over again because he thinks if he presses it lots, the walk light will turn green faster. Stop that, Dad, I say to him. Pushing the button over and over again won't make the walk light change faster. Sorry, Ella, says Dad to me. And there's everyone else waiting to cross. Brake! Brake! That's the sound of all the cars and buses and motorbikes stopping because the traffic light has turned red. Beep-a, 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 sound of the button at the pedestrian crossing, making a fast bipping noise, telling us the walk light has turned green and we can cross safely now. That's the noise it makes, isn't it? Beeper, 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 beeper. And the sounds of everyone crossing the road. Clop, clop, whoosh, clop, whoosh, clop, clop, clop. That's the sound of all the other parents and kids crossing the street together and holding hands. Oh, there's Dad blowing his nose. Where's Ella? Sniffle, sniffle, sniff, sniff, sniff. That's the sound of Dad blowing his nose and just walking off with everyone else, crossing the street without me, because he's not thinking again. Come back, Dad, I yell at him. We're supposed to hold hands when we cross the street. Sorry, Ella, says Dad. Then he comes back, we hold hands and we cross the street together. I just hope I'm not holding the hand he used to blow his nose, because that would be gross. Hey, Ella, hey! That's the sound of my friend Seb, who's waiting for me when we get to the other side of the street. Mate, that's the sound of Seb's dad saying hello to my dad when we get to the other side of the street. Mumble, 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 mate. Mumble, 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 mate. Mumble, mumble, mumble. That's the sound of my dad talking to Seb's dad in front of someone's house. Toot, 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 toot. That's the sound of a car trying to get out of the driveway of the house, tooting at my dad and Seb's dad because they're blocking the way. Watch out, I say to both dads. You have to be careful in front of driveways. Cars are always coming out of them, so you need to pay attention. Sorry, Ella, says Dad to me. There they are, right in front of that driveway and the car's trying to get out. Need to pay attention. Woo! Wahoo! Yeah! Woohoo! That's the sound of the schoolyard with all the kids playing in it. Hey, Seb! Hey, Ella! That's the sound of our friends at the school gate yelling out hello to me and Seb when we get to school. Oh, what's this noise here? Do you know what that says? Ring! And that's the sound of the school bell ringing because it's time for school to start. Is that the sound your school bell makes? Or your brother or sister's school bell? They all make different noises. Smooch! That's the sound of Dad kissing me on the head, though I wish he wouldn't because he's got a cold. See you, Dad. Now be careful when you're going home, I tell him. Look out for driveways, cross at the pedestrian crossing, and pay attention to all the traffic and people and sounds going on around you, okay? Thanks, Ella, says Dad to me as he waves goodbye and turns to walk back home. Squish! That's the sound of Dad stepping in a big dog poo on the ground because he wasn't looking where he was going. And what's Ella doing? Hee hee hee. She's laughing, isn't she? It's a funny story, that one. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.